So when I got my hands on the Switch 2, I thought I was bugging. I thought I was drinking some of that crazy juice because to me, it seemed like the Switch 2 screen looked better than that of the Switch OLED. And the Switch 2 only has an LCD panel with HDR capabilities. So as far as my knowledge goes, that shouldn't be possible. So I decided to do a direct comparison. I don't know if my phone camera is gonna do it justice, but the whites look whiter on the Switch 2 screen than they do on the OLED. And as far as the colors go, I cannot tell any noticeable difference. And by the way, that Switch 2 Tears of the Kingdom limited edition, Switch OLED, looks amazing. And before someone hops into the comments to ask me what are the brightness settings, right? They both have auto brightness on and they have about the same level of brightness on the slider. Another thing with the OLED panel is that the blacks are true blacks. That's what they call it, right? So I'm gonna swap to the dark theme and see how that looks. So now here we are with the dark theme. And again, I don't know if my phone camera is gonna do it justice, but to me, physically, the darks on the Nintendo Switch 2, they look darker than they do on the OLED. And I don't know how that's possible. Maybe the OLED panel on the Nintendo Switch OLED is not as good as it should be, or what kind of magic Nintendo did. I also wanna see how they look in game. So I'm gonna fire up Pokemon Sword on the OLED and Pokemon Shield on the Switch 2 and see how the colors look. So here we are in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield inside the main character's house. And again, I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up, but I cannot tell any noticeable difference. To me, they look the same. And if Nintendo achieves this with an HDR capable panel, to me, that's some impressive work. I cannot tell a difference in color. Quite amazing. But if you know something that I don't, if you know more about OLED panels and HDRs than I do, feel free to leave a comment down below and correct me if any information is wrong. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.